Today I'm going to show you how to do 3 different text effects. The first one is going to be taking a regular word, and I'm going to use all capital letters on this one. You'll see why in a minute. Like the word round, and taking a regular old shape, like this here circle, and having the circle be the shape that the word exists in. It's kind of complicated to say, but I'm going to take my selection tool, which is the black arrow up there, and I'm just going to drag around everything. Alternatively, I could hit Control A, or I could go to select and say all right up here. It doesn't matter, just select everything because these are the only 2 things on your artboard right now. And then the next piece is going to be to make the word round, which, by the way, it doesn't matter if they're on top of each other or not, but to make the word round, take the circular shape. So in order to do that, again, making sure that everything's selected, everything's selected, I'm going to go to Object, and I'm going to pull it down, way down toward the bottom to this thing that says Envelope Distort. When I get to Envelope Distort, I'm going to find the thing that says Make with Top Object, and that makes the word round very round. This is a really cool effect to do with very simple shapes and very short words. Putting the first sentence of something in a circle is going to make it really hard to read. Writing out a very long first, middle, and last name with capitals and lowercase letters doesn't look very good. But this looks pretty cool. So that's the first one of the text effects. The second one is going to be making text take on a shape, like making text go on a path. So whatever your path is going to be, and in this case, I think what I'm going to do, there's kind of a cool tool in here called the spiral tool. I'm going to use a spiral. You can use whatever one you want. Fine by me. You can make it go whichever way you want it to go. But in the end, what you're going to do is click on your T and pull out the Type on a Path tool. The Type on a Path tool is if you click on the line itself, and if you look, see how I'm clicking right on top of the line, it actually puts placeholder text right there. That's lorem ipsum. That is some placeholder text that old-time publishers used to use just to sort of fill a space on a page until they got the actual copy they needed. It's something that happened in newspapers and in publications like that, where they were just sort of saying, well, this is about 3 or 4 inches on the page, and we'll just fill it with lorem ipsum until we get the words we want. So it does lorem ipsum here until you put the words you want. So here's where you can put, some piece of poetry you're particularly fond of. You can put your English homework, I don't know, whatever it is you want to put. I'm going to say something to you guys. And I can't type. Right, not bad. To change the color, change the font, change the size, you're going to highlight it, highlight it just like you highlight anything else, like this. Same way you'd highlight it if it was in a Word document. You can go to Window, and then you have to pull down to Type and pull out to Character. That's going to bring up this box where you can choose a font. You can choose, I used that in the last lesson. Let's choose a different font. Let's choose something, Halloween. There you go, Chiller. And I can push that up one little point at a time until I get the exact size I want it to be. So it continues to go all the way around. You can also change the color here, right there by double clicking. And let's make it a spooky kind of Halloween themed thing. Put a stroke and fill on the letters like that. Lo and behold, I've got text in a spiral shape. So that's the second one. The third thing I wanted to show you is how to make a 3-dimensional looking effect with your text. So I'm going to go back to the regular type tool, and there's that lorem ipsum again. But I'm going to write something 3D text. You choose your own thing. That's not a 3. I had the shift key down. 3D text. Make sure you choose something school appropriate. Okay. And once you get there, you're going to make the nice big letters, and you're going to make a nice big bold font. Personal preference is to find something that's pretty simple, has a lot of straight lines in it. A lot of people like to try to go with a fancy one, and it looks really, really weird. Your call, though. If you like weird, go for it. I can make this larger if I want. But what I'd like to do is choose 2 colors. So the first color I choose, maybe I'll use this color panel down here. I'll go for blue. It's not being blue. Blue. Incidentally, in this particular thing, it is not good to have a stroke and a fill color. Make sure you have one color only. If there's a line around the outside, get rid of that line because it messes up your 3D thing in a little bit, okay? So I've just got the fill color. Now I'm going to make a copy of this. Remember, the easy way to make a copy is to put your finger on Alt, A-L-T, Alt on your keyboard and pull a copy down. Lo and behold, I have two of them. Make the other one a different color. That's the whole trick here. See, I have stroke and fill again, and that's not good. Make absolutely sure that your stroke is transparent on both of them. Otherwise, this whole thing doesn't quite work the way you want it to. So I'm going to put them almost on top of each other, but slightly set off, just like that. Just a little bit down, a little bit over, or up, doesn't matter, just a little bit offset. What I need to do at this point is select everything on this artboard, both of those words. So you can do that once again by drawing a big box around everything, or you can hit Control A, or you can say select all, whatever makes you happy. In order to do the next piece, you're going to go to create some outlines on this. What it does is it changes these letters from editable things that you can type with a keyboard into vector graphics where you have a lot of anchor points that you can move around. It actually gives them anchor points. So when you say create outlines, you don't really see it right away, but I believe, yes, if I hold down the Control key, suddenly all of these anchor points are evident. Very exciting. What you're going to do is you're going to pick this tool right here. It is called the Blend tool. It is three shapes sort of stacked on top of each other, a little too on the nose. If you'll double click the Blend tool, you can set it up correctly. So it's right now set to smooth color. That doesn't necessarily do the same 3D thing that you're looking for. What the smooth color blend tool will do is it will put one purple layer between the red and the blue. It'll put one layer that blends those two colors in the middle. It looks neat, but this isn't what I'm going for. What I'm going for is specified steps. Specified steps is where I can tell it, now don't just put one layer, put like 75 layers, whatever I want. So I'm going to say specified steps, and instead of 8, I'm going to change it to, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let's go with 50, what the heck. When I say that, what I'm going to do now is zoom way, way, way in on a pair of anchor points. What you're looking for is twins, basically. You want two anchor points that are the same for each letter. So this is the upper left-hand corner of this letter in the red one, and that same upper left-hand corner of this letter in the blue one. You're going to click one, and click right on the other, and it does what I wanted it to do. You take your arrow and click away, you can see it's got a 3D effect to it. It's kind of cool looking. And that's the third thing I wanted you to try today. So before you leave here, show me your text in a shape, show me your text that goes on a path, show me your three-dimensional text, and that's all I need from you. Thanks.